right through you. Don't try anything stupid. You will regret it.
Well, yeah, wouldn't it make more sense for one of those two to go? You know, the people with guns. Amy's just a college student.
Jack, before we head downstairs, we have to talk about something.
Go on then. Talk about what? Well, first, Beth 2010 plan. Beth charts of plans for the plan to travel to 2010 and steal the countermeasure. Okay. Why 2010?
Hatch. This is the guy that visited me in the cell.
Yes.
He may be undermining Paul, but I get the impression he's not on our side.
Martin Hatch, what we know. Facts gathered by Fiona Miller so far. Joined Monarch 2001, became Serene's chief advisor around 2007. No records before 2001. Who was he? Where did he come from? Working against Monarch? Possible. Links to the following. Death of Dr. Kim, unconfirmed. Along with Dr. Kim at time of death. Death occurred just as Kim was on verge of a solution to Serene's time sickness. University time machine sabotage, unconfirmed. Miscalculations on purpose. Hatch seen in lab assisting in Sophia's kidnapping, confirmed. Distracted Monarch while kidnapping occurred, knew we were coming, did not alert Serene. Destruction of Serene's remaining sickness treatments. Did not alert Serene. Right, those are two different things, unconfirmed. Was present outside Dr. Kim's lab when lab was destroyed, accused Sophia of being responsible for this. Helped Charlie Wincott escape, confirmed. Currently helping Charlie reach Monarch Tower undetected. Disobeyed direct orders from Paul Serene. Wants access to CFR, potentially desires to sabotage lifeboat protocol. Sabotaging Serene, motive, secretly assuring Serene's downfall, wants to take over Monarch, why? Sabotaging Monarch's survival plan from within, no possible reason for this. Doesn't believe countermeasure could stop fracture, not a potential ally. Works for Monarch, therefore believes end of time is inevitable. Then why attempt to sabotage lifeboat protocol? Why did they put the thing directly into the middle of his Swede? How do I get in there? How do I get in there? Can I go through this door this time? Nope. Interesting. Do I have to talk to Beth first? Before it'll let me go down there? Guess so. Okay. Anything else here for me to pick up? Anything else for me to find? Any other stuff for me to grab whilst I'm up here? No. Doesn't look that way. Does not seem so. But I don't want to rule it out just on the off chance. So, I will have a look at the collectibles. Right, there's one. No. That or the ripple? Yeah, there's a ripple a little bit further away from here. Right, do I have... Did I unlock anything here? No. Yes.
Let's talk about Serene's condition. You're aware of how it started?
Let's talk about Serene,
Monarch developed a
baby.
treatment
Let's talk
to
about
curb the symptoms.
Serene. Huge.
Our reports state that you destroyed those treatments, rendering him defenseless as his sickness spread.
That wasn't me.
That's what the reports say, yeah. But I've never stepped foot in that lab.
You have no way of proving that.
Now, I find it curious. Dr. Amaral was working on a permanent cure for Paul's condition. But she was ordered to stop before research was complete. Sounds like somebody on the inside didn't want him to get better.
Sounds like you have an interest in this cure. It makes me wonder if you know anybody else suffering from the same symptoms. It makes me wonder if that is why you're truly here.
Or maybe I just really like the coffee here.
Okay. Yeesh. Yes. Maybe I just like my own butt. Alright, Beth. What do you have to say for yourself, love?
Okay, what's up?
It's about the plan.
What about it?
If Amaral gets the machine working...
We go back to yesterday and undo all of this.
Listen. In the video Will left for me, he said the countermeasure was stolen from his workshop on July 4th, 2010.
Oh, okay.
He also said I took it. Maybe I did, Jack.
Just not
I have
yet.
a time machine.
You're saying we go to 2010?
Yes.
We steal it.
If Will was right, that would mean it wouldn't be a change.
Mm-hmm.
We take the countermeasure, bring it to the present, fix the fracture, save the world.
Maybe.
Okay. Explain to me why that's a better plan than just going back to yesterday and preventing all this from happening in the first place.
Because we know that yesterday didn't happen.
Based on what I know about time travel, we can't change anything.
Relativity, sunshine. Have you really not picked up on that yet?
Change it. But my way, we don't have to.
Jesus Christ, look at the motion blur.
I mean, my plan still feels simpler. Let's just
It may be simpler, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. Dumbass. You're supposed to be smart. He's supposed to know a thing or two about this. He's not as smart as his bro, Broseph Stalin. But
hello, Riverport. Well, it's been a rough night for us.
it's been a rough night for my
butt.
butt.
The bridge that has claimed multiple lives is still being investigated. At least a dozen people are confirmed dead, and investigators say they expect to find more bodies, some of which are predicted to be found in the cars at the bottom of the river.
Are they going to blame me for
The
this?
cause of the accident remains unclear. Adding to the confusion are conflicting reports from shipboard personnel and those on dry land. The captain of the cargo ship insists that the bridge was up and the route was clear. However, some people shoreside claim the cargo ship was approaching the bridge at high speed, despite the bridge having not yet been raised. Others expressed surprise at the ship's presence, claiming that they did not see its approach at all.
Yes.
The investigation is still ongoing.
So.
We'll keep you posted. Now, obviously, this disaster will affect us in more ways than one. With the Port Donnelly Bridge out of commission,
Affect my
heavy
butt.
congestion is expected on the other routes across the river, and we now have reports coming in of multiple car crashes all over Riverport. So you will want to reserve enough time for your trip today if you're traveling by car. Stay safe out there. Hopefully we can all get back to normal soon.
Let's be careful out there. Okay, Sarge. Let's.
See how Dr. Amaral's doing with the time machine.
Ish.
Yeah.
What about Soctor Amaral? What if she was a Soctor?
The way she looked at the countermeasure like she's seen it before. She knows what it does.
Yep. That's those peepules again. In the place. Can I go outside?
Will takes it to the next level. When we were kids, the only way that Will could express anything important to me was by informing my stuffed giraffe when I was in the room.
Huh?
It's precious. And weird.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the size of the dude's ears? He is weird. Through and through. I mean, dude has like ginormous ears. Those are ginormous ears. For those who don't know, it's a portmanteau of the two things. Ginormous ears. Wait. Let's go back for a quick look outside, just in case. No, doesn't look like there's anything here. Probably a whole bunch of stuff's in here, though. Right then. Do you wanna have a chat? No? Okay. Wait, could I? Oh yeah, I could go down through here before, right?
Did she find anything?
I'm not sure. I'll go check.
Go check what? Oh, over there. I'll check through here again first. Just in case there's new stuffs that we somehow managed to miss last time. Probably isn't, but you never know. There may be new chronon sources around here. Chronon particles. Kneel before chronon. Wait, what? How does that make any sense? Well, you see, I have a beard. It's true. Beards make people immortal. Pontefract. I have a beard. I am still alive. Ergo, beards make people stay alive. Ergo, beards make people immortal. It's true. What's that? Don't know. Right, so is there going to be more stuff for me to find around here than there was last time? Right, well there's the dock. So I'm going to go this way. Check out other shoes first. Shoes. Slide. I'm going to check out these things. I'm going to find this stuff.
Jack, you've got to see this.
Got to see what? Oh.
I'm serious, Jack. This is big stuff I've got here.
Give me a
You should
minute.
give Amaral a hand over there.
Keep your pants on.
Okay, but first, you need to check out the intel I uncovered.
the intel you uncovered. Seriously?
Alright. What is all this?
Is this the diary?
I uploaded all the files I stole on that USB stick from the Monarch security station.
Uh-huh.
I also found a video of your brother.
Yep.
It's on that TV. You're gonna want to see it.
Cool.
Everything else I printed out and put on tables over there.
Convenient. Nice of her.
City's still hunting for me?
In full force. There's an entire webpage dedicated to potential Jack Joyce sightings.
Cool.
I've been filling it in with false leads for fun. Do you want to pitch in?
Sure.
Post that I was spotted in the back of a catering van somewhere.
You can do better than that.
In the back of a what?
But okay, I'll let them know.
A catering van? Did he say?
But what's on the computer?
Monarch files I uploaded, and I kept the juiciest stuff on screen for you.
Cool. My 5th entry, Dream Journal 5, my 5th entry. I recall moving through a wheat field that once belonged to my grandparents. I pressed the wheat stalks to the side with my hands, softly sifting through them at first, but as I pressed forward, the stalks began to warp and curl around my arms, providing resistance to my every move. The entire field began to solidify into an unbreakable material, with my body entangled in the mess. I desperately tried to pull myself free, but every movement led to a burning sensation. The world desaturated, time stopped. I heard the unmistakable sound of my greatest fear approaching. Shifters. They emerged from all sides, surrounding me. I looked into the distance and saw a blurry figure approaching. He tried to yell, but the words wouldn't escape his throat, instead transforming into an endless shriek pulsing through my ears. His every movement and sound transformed into an agonizing discomfort all throughout my body until it became completely unbearable. The pain trumped logic. I needed to make it stop. I needed to make it all stop. I grew violent, blindly lashing out at the figure, tearing him apart. I needed to destroy the source of motion and sound that caused me such discomfort. The pain stopped as I took the figure's life, and as he died, his identity became clear. It was me. I had become the very threat that I once feared, but I did not fear anymore. I felt something very clear, very pure. I turned around to discover Jack behind me. He didn't move, but I could somehow understand his intent. He welcomed me. Every misunderstanding, all the pain we had caused one another was forgotten. We were part of a higher consciousness. I heard a voice behind me. Dr. Kim. He joined us. He told me that time was once the fire in which we burned. He told me that we would burn no more. Deep. Dr. Peretta. I am attaching Paul Serene's most recent entry in his dream journal. I am growing increasingly concerned with the meaning behind these dreams, but I need a second opinion. I can treat Paul's sickness, really, as far as I can determine. The Cronon syndrome is more a metaphysical condition than an actual medical issue. But I'm a physicist. I'm very much out of my depth with all this. This exercise was meant to help alleviate stress to ease Paul's symptoms, but so far it has resulted in the opposite. Time is of the essence. His condition is getting worse by the day. Dr. Sophia Amaral, head of research. Head of my book. TV, talk to Beth. No. Check this.
Serene's original manifesto for Monarch.
Cool.
They had us practically memorize this.
Hundreds of employees. They actually believe all this bullshit?
Sure, I guess.
More than you can imagine.
Let me read it. Monarch Solutions 3-phase plan. Table of contents. Phase 1, building an empire, February 28, 1999 to July 4, 2010. Formation of Monarch Solutions, lucrative investments, global expansion, employee recruitment. Phase 2, preparing for the future, July 5th, 2010 to October 8th, 2016. Ground Zero, buyout, CFR preparation, Cronon Tech development, militarization. Phase 3, the lifeboat protocol. October 9th, 2016 to end of time. Time machine core heist, Cronon Tech rollout, remove threats to lifeboat protocol, initiate lifeboat protocol. Monarch Mission Statement, 1999. Monarch Solutions Mission Statement by Paul Serene. Limited distribution for improved employees only. I have seen the path ahead, and I know it will be hard. I have founded Monarch Solutions to bring together those who will walk it with me, the elite few whose skill, dedication, and passion will live on when everything else ends. To that end, 1. We will work under my guiding vision of the future, my knowledge of what is coming. We accept that we cannot change our fate, nor can we avoid it. It is a harsh truth, but it is the truth. We will accept it and its full implications, but we will not deviate from our course, nor give in to despair, nor give up the fight. Those of us who share in this knowledge, who learn the triumphs Any tragedies of the days and years to come, we'll look past them and find ways to turn them to our advantage. The grey, uncertain area beyond what is known will be where we build our empire, and we build it on the hope that we can persevere, that the end isn't our end, that we can still succeed. 2. We will expand Monarch's influence and power in all possible spheres, financial, political, cultural, medical, technological, military, to the best of our ability. This is a goal unto itself. We will need to be in a position of exceptional resources and ability to act when the time comes. We will build, we will seek success and profit, not for the sake of wealth and fame, but for the sake of preparedness. 3. We will develop science and technology to counter a very specific set of circumstances. This will require extensive research and experimentation, as well as a tremendous financial cost. We will not be daunted by these challenges. We will complete our work. 4. We will not compromise. We recognize that sacrifice is required, and we are willing to pay the cost to meet our goals. There is no alternative to this. Doubt, qualms, and sentiment are luxuries we cannot afford. Whatever we have to do is a lesser evil than the extinction of the entire human race, and to pretend otherwise is weakness. Nothing in the history of our planet has been as important as this. Nothing we have accomplished as a species matters if we fail in our mission. 5. We will not fail. There will be many challenges in the years ahead. I know what's coming. It can't be averted. There's no escaping it. But we can survive it, and we can overcome it, and we will. I am dedicating myself, this company, and every shred of willpower at my disposal to that mission. I expect the same from those who join me on it. Paul Serene.
Lifeboat. You said this was Paul's big survival program.
Uh-huh.
And why is he refusing to activate it?
Still trying to figure that out.
Because he wants to wait until it needs it and stuff. While the lifeboat protocol is fairly straightforward on the surface, it's important that the people involved with the project understand how it radically differs from scenarios against so-called apocalyptic threats. Stutterproofing. A traditional bunker built to protect the occupants from an environmental hazard, e.g. a chemical attack or nuclear fallout, is typically sealed airtight, and the occupants have their own electricity, air supply provisions, etc. The bunker's interior is isolated from the outside environment, but the lifeboat's design is different. It's not actually sealed because it doesn't have to be. It does have strong walls and protected air access points, but the outside environment is not the problem. It's the lack of the Jack Joyce field that enables time to exist that makes the outside hazardous. From a technological standpoint, these differences make the lifeboat's operating principles quite different, particularly with regards to maintenance. Compared to, say, the failure of the life support system in a hermetically sealed survival space, such as a bunker, the failure of the lifeboat's stutterproofing system has far more immediate and grave effect. A traditional life support system can be repaired. For instance, a failure in the CO2 scrubbers would pose a significant threat, but with replacement parts and tools, properly trained occupants could easily repair the system before they would feel any ill effects. In fact, almost any mechanical failure short of a full-scale environmental breach can be fixed as long as suitable repair materials and trained personnel are at hand. But by its very nature, the stutterproofing is different. If it fails, everybody within its area of effect is immediately affected by the zero state and becomes frozen. In a permanent zero state scenario, that means they would have no opportunity to ever effect repairs. There's literally no time to react. The only exception would be personnel wearing an activated chronon harness, such as the striker suit. But given that repairing the stutterproofing system is a highly technical, complicated process requiring an exceptional proficiency in the operation and engineering of chronon technology, this would be a scenario with a low probability of success. It is therefore of utmost importance that the lifeboat stutterproofing operates reliably and without faults with multiple fail-safe systems, because if it ever fails, it's unlikely that it can be repaired or restarted. Accordingly, once the lifeboat protocol has been activated, there's no real way to deactivate it other than removing the chronon field regulator. This would be highly inadvisable, as doing so could not only disrupt the stutterproofing, but more importantly, without the CFR, the lifeboat's rate of chronon particle consumption is increased by a vast margin, effectively reducing its potential operating time to a fraction of what is intended. Unique advantages and risks. However, it's worth pointing out that even though the lifeboat operation has unique hazards, there are also unique advantages. One such advantage is provisions. A traditional survival scenario in a bunker typically involves a poor quality of meals due to obvious resourcing problems. Anything that spoils easily is out of the question. In a zero-state scenario, however, spoilage becomes a non-issue. Anything stored outside the stutterproofed area remains in perfect condition. This advantage doesn't only apply to comestibles, but also makes the storage of medicine, volatile chemicals, and other similar articles far less of a problem than it otherwise would be.